Welcome back. In this tutorial we're going to look at, before we look at other tabs, let's look at what is attribute, right? So I'm going to open my editor, then I'm going to create another file, right, which is my Explorer. I click it there and I click it, right there, and I'll put it as what? Attribute dot what? HTML. Right, you can save it any name you like, but I'm just save it to know that this is what is it, right? So you can click here and hide it. So I'm going to click here to hide it. So I'm going to click, or I'm going to close other files, right, remaining this only this attribute. So what are we going to do here now? I'm going to create my word HTML again, right, my head, right, then my title. I'm going to write what? Attribute, right, to show it as my title it is, and I'm going to create a body, right, and I'm going to read it down like h1, a tag that we looked at before, right. I'm going to say that this is my heading, right, this is my heading, and I'm going to add an, like for instance, I want to make it what? I want to add a color, right, to this word, to this attribute, right. I can come here and say that style, right. I'm saying that style is just an inline styling. We have CSS, style to CSS, we have inline styling, internal styling, and what? And we also have what? Just the external, right. But I'm going to use inline styling as an attribute. There we see style. Let me write it. If you want to add a style attribute, you see style equal to, right, you see that equal to, then you open your word, you open your two word comma, right, inside inside the this thing, I say sorry, inside the quotation, right, two quotation inside that you write, please follow it. That's right. Then you now write what? Color. This is your attribute. Then equal to inside the attribute and your value, it will be inside quotation mark. Then you now say that color. Then you now say that let's give something like green, right. You now give something like green, right. Then if you want to write others attributes, right, you now separate it with what? Semi word column, right. Now separate it with what? Semi word column. Then we now refresh our browser, we now open it and see, let's click here. Then we now see that open with lab server. You can see this is my heading, is in green, right. And I want to add a background, like I want to add a background like black. I can see the background, right, background color. You can see I say that background color. Then before you bring your word, your value, this is my attribute, background color is my attribute. You can see sorry this is my attribute, the style is my attribute, and the background color is my property. This is the property I have from the attribute, and I'm going to add the value, right. What is the value of the background color? We say now say that black, right. We now say that black, because if you are adding another property and value, you close it with this. Assuming we are adding another, because I'm going to add another, I'm going to close it with it, that this one is what? Separate. Then I'll now save, then check it. You can see we have what? A background like this. You can see it, right. We now have what? A background called what? Black, right. But we have a default margin and padding here. It's supposed to go to up here, right. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come here, come to this my style, right. I'm telling you about styling. We are even going to CSS now. I'm just doing the both together for us to be learning. And for you to get rid of default padding, you can see this thing have a default padding. You can see there's a space, white space here, there's a white space here, white space here. We not give it, so we get rid of it. Then we now say style. So we now use an inline styling, or you now use internal styling or external styling. Like let's give a style, right? We can give a style here. Then after open a star tag, right, then close it, then close the style. You can see it, right? I'm going to shift it here. Then I'll now say that okay, we are going to go into CSS. We are going to learn more about it, right? This is a universal celestial, this star, right, which is asterisk, right? After I bring that, then I'm not say that I now open my blog. I'm not say that this calibrate color that I open is showing that what is for. I'm going to apply to the whole web pages that the default margin and the padding to disappear. I'm not put it at 0, right? Margin 0. There and I see that padding is 0. There and I close it. You can see the property. This is the property and this is the value. Right? Before you get the value, you now put a colon. To close it, you now put a semicolon. This one is the padding. To get the property, you put a colon. After a property, I want 0. I don't want any padding around the distance. Then I want to close it with what? With a semi colon, right? Then you now close your property. If you want to add another styling, then you now add it here, right, to a specific element. Right? We are going to look at that. Then I now refresh my browser. You can see when you refresh your browser, you can see, right? You can see it now jump to the pages. We can see the effect of it. That's what I do. Now jump to the pages, right? So that's how to get rid of it. So right now I want to do this thing, and I want to make this text to be at the center, right? What am I going to do? I'm going to come to my attribute, which is style, right? Attribute, which is style. I'm going to say that okay, the attribute is style, and I'm going to add a word. I'm going to say that word text align, right? Text align, which is what? Center, right? This text align, I'm going to say that center it. I'm going to center it to say that you can see I can add as much as this, like text transform. I can transform the form. I can see that okay, from here like this. I can even cut it. Let me even hit it from there. Yeah, from here like this. I can see that okay, from here like this. After the semicolon, you are allowed to break, right? I can say that okay, from here like this. I'm going to say that I want to add something like a width of it to be 100, right? To be 100, okay, to be 100 word pixel. So that is it. So we are going to refresh. It is already in the default of 100 pixel already. So the width is just like this. This is the width and this is the height, right? The height is first from the taskbar, right? Your taskbar here to here is your height. This one from left to right is your width, right? The width of the we are saying that let it be 100. And if you want to add another thing like font family, font color, so anything you want to add more, right? I just show out examples of how attribute look like, right? We can add weight, font size, anything, even an image has its own attribute, right? We are going to look at that in our another episode, right? So that's it all. I just want to show you how an attribute look like, and in our next episode I'm going to use this attribute in terms of the next project we are going to do. That is why I just want us to have a brief understanding of what attribute it is before we go there, so that when we go it will not be a magic to you. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.